want to see what you bring to the table, because you never know. You can do something that you've never thought of before. You can go out there and do some random thing with zero experience, and someone with years and years of experience is actually going to be like, that's pretty interesting, so I'm going to try that. So even as a beginner, even veterans and experienced dancers are going to draw experience from you. It's very, very possible.
So I think that actually transitions really well into, well, I don't want to go into a dance circle because I'm afraid that there are these other experienced dancers, and I feel intimidated about that. Do we want to? Yeah, are we all okay with going to intimidation?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
No, I'm too intimidated.
Fun story. A friend of mine went to the dance comp for FC. He walked in and he saw experienced dancers like Apollo, myself, Leo, Daiquiri, all the people that have been on to numerous competitions. And without a second thought, he walked right back out. Said, nope.
No way.
Not going to do it. I dragged him back over there, because he had his routine and everything already, and his music submitted, and they signed him in as soon as he walked through the door. So they called out his name. I'm like, oh, my friend's going to go get him. Hold on. So he came back. He came back. He came back semi on his own will, and he performed. He didn't make it, but he still came to myself and his other friends, and said, thank you for pushing me to do this, because now that he started from ground zero, and even if you apply to dance competitions for your first time and you don't get in, it's not the fact that you did or did not get in. It's the fact that you actually went and did it. Prelims are just as important as the dance competition itself, because people like, oh, well, I'm super good, but I don't want everybody else to see that I'm super good, because I don't want to, do this or that. They swallow their pride. And then there are those people that actually, overcome their fear of dancing in front of people, because you dance on a stage and there's hundreds of people. There's millions of people, and you don't want them to see you. At the prelims, for a number of conventions, after you practice in your room, and the only person who sees you is you. But now, like at prelims, then you start small.
All right.
And
it's a mistake if you go onto the prelims floor without someone else having seen you dance. Yeah. Ask for help. Ask for help. Videotape yourself. Yeah. Watch yourself. It's more than just the mirror. It's more than just looking at the camera. Yeah. Ask for help. Mm-hmm. Go to your mom and say, help me not look so stupid. But in a nice way. But in a nice way. But she loves you, and she's going to help you not look stupid. Right?
I actually have a story to tell. And I hope this is a.
You need to pee?
It's okay.
You just reminded him. Now he has to go again.
Yeah, no. Anyways, moving on.
Where's running water?
Right there. Right behind you.
Stop yourself. Anyways, as I was always saying, there is a particular dancer named.
Who else wants water? Dancing. Everybody.
It's going on.
There's a particular dancer named. I hope he doesn't kill me for this, but Dancing Duke. You know Duke, right? Duke. And I hope he doesn't kill me for telling this story.
He's all the way on the other side of the world.
Basically, he told me, I believe he told someone else, but I heard the story. But basically, he tried out for a dance competition, and this has to do with intimidation about dancing. I've heard from a lot of people that they feel like dancers get in or win competitions just because there's a bias towards them because they're more popular and whatnot.
I'm really curious how this story is going to go, because I was there for that.
You do know then. So basically, Duke went to a prelim thinking that he was hot shit. Basically, he was going to get in no matter what, and he basically dicked around. And basically, what ended up happening during that prelims is he actually didn't make it.
He got cut in the first test.
Yep. He was cut, and that kicked him in the noggin pretty well. And he mentions this story just to tell everybody that it's not that you can't come in with that kind of ego. Okay, you have to actually do it. You give your best every time. So it's not, and for beginning dancers, what this translates to is that we don't actually.
Okay.
Basically, what this
Is there a son in the room?
Is there a sun in the room? I think it went down already.
Anyway,
I was gonna say.
for beginning dancers, what this translates to is that we're all judged fairly, okay? Or at least we hope that we're judged fairly when it comes to prelims, when it comes to actual judging for finalists. Don't be afraid, okay?
Yeah.
We're all judged fairly. If I screw up during prelims, I didn't get in. I didn't get into BLFC last year. Not this year. Last year. I didn't get to I didn't make prelims.
Come on.
Don't be
Thursday.
intimidated. We're actually talking about that.
Intimidated.
Come on in. Hey, yeah,
Do a little dance.
You have to dance.
Yes.
Woo! Twerk it.
Look at that
Yeah.
chopper.
Dude,
Look at that chopper tail.
mouth.
Woo!
It's that
Yay.
word from Beetlejuice.
Anyways, don't be intimidated. We're all judged fairly, okay?
So that's a really important point. I think what helps with the intimidation factor, though, is let's talk about this community of support, because I think that's where I wanted to go with that.
Yes. We all support each other.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And
That's-
if you
there's-
don't, then you see what happens.
There's no like, oh well, I don't like that. I don't like, you know, his dance. Like you can say like I'm not really a big fan of that style, but for that specific, you know, if you dance to electric swing and I dance to trap music, I'm not a fan of that style, but everybody has their own preference. So we're not going to say, oh well, you know what, because you do this genre, that we're not going to support you at all. If you got into a circle and did your thing to your music, we're not gonna like turn around and walk away. We're gonna be there to support you and see what, you know, how you express yourself, because we would hope that you would stay there for us and to support us. We support each other because everybody, like we said, you're always learning. No one, like people can be pros. They can be what I call experienced. There's a lot of experience out there. People have been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know how long Buddy's been ballroom dancing, but it's a long time, right?
Yeah.
See? So, and I mean, ballroom, I've never ballroom danced in my life, but seeing someone do it, it's awesome. Buddy, why don't you come up and demonstrate?
It literally takes two to tango. I just genuinely can't do it.
Behind you.
Yeah, there you go. There's one
Does
behind
anyone actually know how to dance?
I know.
Does anybody know how to ballroom dance?
You know how to ballroom? Wow. A little bit? It's okay. Are you a follow or a lead? I love how I'm actually leading her onto the floor as if it were in a competition. It's great.
Woo!
See? It just got real.
That's not easy, okay?
We've never met before, right? We've never met before. It's like in the TV show. We've never met before.
It was not staged at all.
Thank you so much. Now, here's the best part too. I messed up a lot. I noticed, didn't I? Yep,
You're not
exactly.
supposed to tell people.
Hunches. Hunches.
Did you
Exactly.
do things?
It actually messes up the alignment of the body too. But yeah. But oh wow. Well, good for you.
What happened?
We'll go with weight.
The suit is heavy.
Yeah, we'll go with weight.
Yeah,
We'll go with that.
for sure. But yeah.
But yeah, so you see, like, so from people that, you know, have never danced before, but have the general idea of doing, like, how did you know about ballroom dances? How did you you looked it up, right? No? You just read about it?
So much wisdom.
Okay. So
This one has experience.
yeah, there is experience. There's experience there. So you know, you kind of know, you kind of don't, and then
I don't know either. I'll be quiet. Stop yelling.
read it to the front of the class.
I'm a bad dancer.
Oh. Intimidation. We are here to
So-
support each other.
Yes. So we're hands down here to support each other. So when they started ballroom dancing, did anybody feel like they wanted to leave, or did they actually want to see more? Because people were on their technology devices.
I
You're
do
warm, there's
have.
water here. Feel free to pop your head off too. We're in closed doors. It literally is a closed door.
It
Is
won't
it
come
glued-
off.
is it glued on?
It's glued on. No, it's part of her. Okay.
She's
It's
real.
Your
real.
head is sewn on.
She's real. Real. She's real.
Oh, you're real.
She's real.
So if you popped your head off right now, you would bleed.
Bleed everywhere.
Bleed everywhere. It actually would be very much in character with how you look. It would be great.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to
as I
get
was
this.
gonna say though is that when okay, so people we support you, okay, but also if like oftentimes if it's not in support, it's also it's not in negativity. We're not downing you. We're doing constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is very important to dance, because I know that my major points, and everybody tells me, is to slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down, number one. I get that all the time in every single competition I've been to. And also, I need more choreography. Like, it needs to be there. Yeah, it needs to be there.
So I think the lesson to learn here is everyone's going to have their weak points. Everyone has their weak points, points of improvement. And you're only going to find out about those if you start to ask other people who you may be intimidated at first. And you're going to get that comfort from engaging in that conversation by actually asking for help.
And you'll probably notice that they're not downing you. They are supportive of you. They want to see you succeed once again.
And the best way that you can validate that is if you practice really hard on the feedback that you get, and then you ask for feedback again.
Yes.
Say, last time you said this is what I needed to work on. Or you go to someone else and you say, hey, so-and-so gave me this kind of feedback, and I've been working on it. What are your thoughts on that too? So your circle, your sounding board that you're bouncing thoughts off of.
I actually have experience with what he just said.
Exactly.
So at further confusion,
Welcome!
You have to do the dance.
You have and you have to prove to us that you're putting your phone on vibrate.
That's a really good point.
Dance and put your phone on vibrate in style.
Okay.
No, so during the dance competition at FC, after I was done, the judges write down the critique, and they told you at the end of the competition, if you want critique, then just come and ask us. So they actually had a critique, and after I was finished with my set specifically, a friend of mine,
3.
you have to dance.
You need to do a dance.
Yeah!
Awesome. Good
So-
example of just a pose, but
Yeah.
we'll go with it.
There you go. So after I was done with my routine and I walked off stage, after my 2 minutes were over, I walked out and then I asked a few friends how I did. Like, if they saw it, what did they think? One of my friends actually told me that your motions are too quick to changing. it looks like it's a bunch of transitions to another motion, but you don't. You go too fast to like let people see what you're trying to do. So after the competition, the judges actually wrote down critique, and he actually wrote down the same thing. So, you know, he wrote it in a different way, but specifically they told me to slow down and try and pause for just like that half-second longer. So I incorporated both people saying the same thing. So obviously, if two people told you the same thing at two different times, then I mean it's something that you need to work. That's something that they say to work on. So what I did was when I went to Texas Furry Fiesta, I chose something that was slower, and then I worked on that specific critique for half of the routine that I did for TFF. And after my routine and everything, that same person who told me after my routine was done, and he said, just slow down a little bit and then, work on your slow motions. I did that same thing, and both the judge and the other person who talked to me said that you took it to a whole nother level, and slowing down has actually helped you improve like a decent amount, because I was all about all those crazy things. So when we continuously tell Leo to slow down
and put his phone on vibrate,
he doesn't listen.
I'm sorry. But